Right, this is a skills question. It's an Ordnance Survey map question from the tourism topic, but the skills that we'll cover in this next few minutes are the sorts of things that you can use on any question where you're asked to use an Ordnance Survey map. So, it says at the start of the question, study figure 19. So we're going to do that in a minute. We're going to spend some time looking at the map. But the question itself is use figure 19 to suggest either why the national park to the west of Eastbourne has grown as a tourist destination, or why Eastbourne has developed. So the fact that it's giving you the choice is important, and we're going to focus on Eastbourne as a coastal resort, and it tells us we've got to circle the choice, so we're going to do that there on the map. First thing to do though is to get the map and spend some time studying it. We're looking for evidence on this map that suggests that Eastbourne, or why Eastbourne would grow as a tourist resort. So the first thing, Eastbourne's on the coast and there's a beach. We can tell that by the pale yellow colour here. So the beach, if we mark it, and I recommend that you mark these maps up in the exam with a pencil, the beach stretches all the way along the seafront of Eastbourne, and what I'm going to do is measure the distance of that. So it's about 5 centimetres with the ruler. If we put that onto the scale down here, 5 centimetres suggests we're at 2.5 kilometres. So I'm going to mark on the map the beach, 2.5 kilometres. What other evidence is there? Well, there's a pier here which would be used as attractions. And when we write about anything that we see on the map, if I'm going to include that in my answer, I need to give the grid reference. So a quick recap on grid references. We are looking for this grid square here, and we're focusing on the bottom left corner. We come along the bottom of the map to 61, then we come up the map to 98. So the grid square for the pier is 61, 98. Then what other attractions are there for this area that might suggest why it would grow? We've got a heritage centre here, shown with the blue, suggesting it's to do with tourism. We've got a wish tower, and we've got a museum. Now, all three of those are historical sites, which might be of an attraction for certain people. And again, we can use the grid references. These two are in the same one as the pier. This one is in this grid square, which is 62, 99. Along the bottom to 62 and up to 99. So now that we've got that evidence, we can use that to answer the question. So I'll come into this section here, but I'm confident now that I've got lots of map evidence, the names of places, the grid reference, the distance to answer this question really well. So let's get started. The first attraction is the long sandy beach, which is 2.5 kilometre long. This would be an attraction for families to sunbathe, enjoy water sports, secondly, talk about the pier. The pier has been built which would provide amusements and perhaps boat trips. You'll notice I've forgotten something. On my map, because I can check back, I'd written the pier and I'd written the grid reference, and I've not put that in. So I can put that in. The pier, grid reference 6198, has been built. Finally, historical sites such as the Wish Tower, Heritage Centre, and the museum which is in 62.99, might attract different tourists who are interested in historical tourism, historical monuments. So you can see how I've used lots of the details from the map, got them all in there, I'd identified them, and now in my answer this will get a good level 2 4 marks.